Hello folks, hope you're all well. We've had a request come in, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the acoustic version of Walk Away as the Door Slams by Lil Peep. If you find any of the chords difficult or there's a new technique in there that you're unsure of, I've also got an easier version for you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just blast through all of the chords that you're going to need for this piece. Most of them live in this little block here between the 2nd and the 4th fret, with a couple of others that require a bit of movement up the fretboard. So we've got an E major 7, we've got a B with an F sharp in the bass, we've got a G sharp minor, we've got an F sharp 6, and then we move up and we've got a B major 7, and another version of the G sharp minor. If you wanted to do the easier version using the power chords, you'll need the following shapes. We've got our E power chord, we've got our F sharp power chord, we've got our G sharp power chord, and we've got our B power chord. Once you've got your fingers around the chords, the next thing to think about is the strumming pattern. Now it's actually pretty straightforward. You can see that essentially I'm just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You can make that more interesting by adding accents. In other words, making some strums louder than others, and also by sort of focusing the plectrum on different strings at different points within the strumming pattern. So I'll show you what I mean. If you're new to strumming and you haven't quite got the up-down thing happening just yet, you could do all downstrokes. So I'll show you the chorus of the power chord version with downstrokes. Now there are a couple of things that I found really tricky in the left hand in this song. So I want to just discuss those in a little more detail with you. Let me get my guitar. Okay, so if we look at the first chord of the song, this E major 7, you can see that it looks like I'm fretting all of the strings, but we're not hearing all of the strings. We are hearing, in fact, the bottom E string, the A string fretted at the 2nd fret, the D string we're not hearing, then the G and the B are fretted, and the E up the top we're also not hearing. So that's the key to this song. What we've got to be able to do is to actually mute the strings that we don't want to hear with some combination of our fingers over here. That's going to vary slightly from chord to chord, but basically the index finger is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. So I'll show you what the chord sounds like without any muting at all. Lovely. I'm not barring. If I was to bar it, in other words, if I was to push down with my index finger on the 2nd fret, again you get a totally different chord. A nice chord, nonetheless the wrong chord. So what you have to do is to fret those notes as you would if you were just playing those notes individually, and then just allow this part of your index finger to touch the other strings. Again, we don't want that to be pushing down too hard. You could apply the same logic right across this song. So when I move up to the 2nd fret of the E string for the 2nd chord, again we're only hearing the E string, the G string and the B string, and my index finger is muting all the other strings. The only other chord to mention is the G sharp minor bar chord, so that is just a straight bar chord. Here, the difference being, although it looks much the same as some of the other chords, this index finger is pressing down on all of the strings. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching and keep playing.
Breathe.
Huh? If you find any of the chord...
If.
Oh.